Hello grade 3. Are you ready for our lesson today? We're going to learn about the perimeter and the area. What is a perimeter? The perimeter is the distance around the outside of a shape. Let's try to estimate the perimeter of the cover of a notebook. First, the notebook has two sides that are about 12 inches each. That's 24 inches. The top and the bottom would have sides that are about 8 inches. That's 16 inches. The sum of all the sides would be 24 plus 16 equals 40. So the notebook has a perimeter that is about 40 inches. Use an inch ruler to find the perimeter of the Pentagon. How long is each side? Let's use the ruler to measure each side of the Pentagon. Start with the bottom of the shape. How many inches long is the first side? It's 1 inch long. How many inches long is the second, third, and fourth side? The second, third, and fourth sides are 1 inch long. How many inches long is the fifth side? The fifth side is also 1 inch long. So what's the perimeter of the Pentagon? Each side of the Pentagon is 1 inch long, so the perimeter of the Pentagon is 5 inches. What is the area? The area is the amount of space found inside the boundary of a shape. Or we can say it's the number of square units needed to cover a surface. It's measured in square units. What is a square unit? A square unit is a unit used to measure area. It could be square foot or square meter and so on. A unit square is a square with a side length of 1 unit used to measure area. Look at this square. Each side has a length of 1 unit. It could be any unit, 1 meter, 1 centimeter, or 1 foot. How is finding the area of a figure different from finding the perimeter of a figure? Let's find out watching this video.
Area is something we can discover about shapes. The area of a shape refers to how much space is inside of it. Area is very different from perimeter. If you'll remember, perimeter is the space around a shape. Area is the space inside of a shape. Alright, so area is the space inside of a shape, and perimeter is the space around a shape. So they're very different, aren't they? And this video is all about area. We're going to learn how to find the space inside of a shape. This should be fun. Let's play a game called What's the Area? We want to find the area of this shape. What kind of shape is this? Yeah, a square. Remember, the area of a shape is the space inside of the shape. We are going to measure the area of the shape using square units. So, the area of the shape is how much space is inside of it. So, how many square units are inside of this square? Do you know? If you don't, just count them up. Yeah, 4. There are 4 square units in this square. 4 square units is the area of this square. Okay, that was cool, right? Let's try figuring out the area of this rectangle. Just like last time, we are going to measure the area of this rectangle using square units. Remember, the area of a shape is the space inside of the shape. So, how many square units are in this rectangle? Do you know? Yeah, there are 5 square units in this rectangle. Great job! That's the area of this rectangle. 5 square units. Awesome. Now we are going to look at an irregular shape. What is the area of this shape? Just like we did with the others, we are going to measure the area of this shape using square units. How many square units are inside of this shape? Feel free to pause this video to give yourself time to count them. Were you able to count all of them? How many square units are in this shape? What is the area of this shape? Yeah, 12 square units. Great job. There are 12 square units in this irregular shape.
Let's find the area of the gray figure, first by using blue square tiles and then by using green square tiles. Let's start by estimating the number of blue square tiles it will take to cover the gray figure. It looks like it will take 2 rows of blue tiles to cover the figure, with 4 tiles in each row. So 8 blue tiles is a good estimate. Now, let's estimate the number of green square tiles it will take to cover the gray figure. It looks like it will take about 5 rows of green tiles to cover the figure, with 6 tiles in each row. So 30 green tiles is a good estimate. First, let's cover the gray figure with blue square tiles. Let's start by placing 1 row of tiles along the top of the figure. Let's add another row of blue square tiles to the gray figure. The gray figure is now covered with blue square tiles. How many blue square tiles cover the figure? 2 rows of 3 square tiles each. So 6 blue square tiles cover the gray figure. What's the area of the gray figure in blue square units? The area is 6 blue square units. Next, let's cover the gray figure with green square tiles. Let's start by placing 1 row of tiles along the top of the figure. Let's add a second row of green tiles. Let's keep adding rows of green tiles until the gray figure is covered. The gray figure is now covered with green square tiles. How many green square tiles cover the figure? It's 4 rows of 6 tiles each. The area is 24 green square units. Why is the number of green square tiles needed to cover the figure different from the number of blue square tiles needed? The blue square tiles are larger than the green square tiles, so it takes fewer blue square tiles than green square tiles to cover the figure. Let's have some fun. We will play a game to check if you really understood the difference between perimeter and area. I will read a problem for you and you will choose whether is it a perimeter or an area situation. Sally plans to put a net over the top of her rectangular garden to keep the birds out. Which measurement does she need to take? It's the area. A restaurant has a rectangular garden. They want to use fencing to enclose the garden. Which measurement do they need to take? It's the perimeter. A football team has to run around the rectangular football field 4 times during warm-ups. How many meters does the team run during warm-ups? To solve this problem, which measurement do we need to take? It's the perimeter. Lena wants new carpeting for her family room. Lena said she will need about 10 square meters of carpet. Which measurement does 10 square meters represent? It's the area.